Hey everybody, gonna give it a minute while people get on. Though, oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty. I made it through the hearing without completely, snotting. Good morning everyone. Here, let me show you you see the press conference happening. Holly Worth isn't here today. All right, let's see, who do we have? It's hard to see. There we go. Yeah, it's not allergies. It's some sort of a virus. I've been going downhill, so I'm glad that this is in the morning because that's why I record all of my videos as soon as possible, because by 3 o'clock, I have no voice anymore. I cannot talk. It was an interesting hearing for sure. I've got 4 pages of notes. So, what I'm going to do, I know, don't tell me pneumonia. I'm so scared. They said my lungs sounded good yesterday though. But yeah, so I'll tell you what the judge ordered and then we'll kind of get into the rest of it. But thank you for the rose. I'm also so new to doing lives on TikTok. I really don't know what's happening half the time. And TikTok keeps on, like that. And TikTok keeps on sending me all these messages. They're like, do this with your team and get these prizes. I'm like, I don't know what any of that is. Okay. All right. We got a decent amount. Thank you guys so much. Bex, thank you. Betty Kim. All right. So let's talk about the order. So this was a discovery/Brady motion. Now, Brady and discovery are different. So discovery is something that everybody is constitutionally, I'm sorry, my brain is not working. Basically, discovery means that both sides. Oh, hold on. Did you hear that? So that's Angel. She was yelling, "Say her name, Mamta. Say it in the media." Hold on, let me just switch this over. Oh wait, no. Yeah, so this is just so that woman right there with the black hair, that's Angel. She was just saying, say her name, keep her name in the press, So these are just, like I said, all people doing the press release right now. But let's talk about what happened in court. So the defense is going to be putting a discovery motion in. And discovery means that both sides have to share all of the information that they have, basically, except for privileged information. But this was not a hearing on that. This was a hearing on Brady. And as I explained in my other video, Brady is a rule that if the prosecution has exculpatory evidence, they need to turn it over immediately. Now, exculpatory evidence typically means evidence that is favorable for the defendant, or potentially favorable for the defendant. Okay, so the judge so basically this is what the defense was mainly after. So you know how Mamta, oh my lord, I'm sorry, we're not co-hosting, I don't know you. So you know how Mamta got into a car after work on July 27th after the Uber ride was canceled, right? And we don't know who was driving that car or what the deal is with the car. So the defense is asking for that video that shows her getting into the car, because they're saying that is exculpatory for their client and is potentially favorable for their client, and that it could help them prove their theory of the case, the defense's theory of the case, which is that Mamta is still alive and she simply ran off. So they believe, this is what they're saying in court, they're believing, the defense says that this person could be somebody that Mamta told her plans to, that this person knows where Mamta is. And so they need that video so that they can start to develop their own leads and do their own investigation into the case. So they were asking for that. They were asking for the cell phone and GPS data because they believe that that data has been misrepresented in court. They were also asking for any police reports that are related to the welfare check and any police reports related to the hospital video. So that's what they were asking for. The decision was that part of what they were asking for was granted. The judge said that he was not granting the GPS or cell phone data or the police reports. Oh, thanks. Because that is all just under normal discovery. And discovery just has to be given 60 days prior to trial, and we don't have a trial date. So the judge is like, no, we're not doing that. But he did direct the Commonwealth to turn over that hospital video. And they must disclose whether or not police told Naresh to wait prior to reporting Mamta missing. Because the defense's... Sorry, I'm going to need to get a tissue. Sorry. The defense's contention is that the prosecution and the media are making it seem as though Naresh was like this evil husband who didn't report his wife missing right away. But the defense's contention is that he didn't report his wife missing because she's done this before, and the police told him, keep looking for her, give us a call if she doesn't come back. And that's exactly what he did. So he wants the body cam footage of the police saying just that. So, oh my gosh, sorry. Okay, so I'm sick. I'm sorry. I've been dealing with a virus. I'm going to go off camera for a second and blow my nose. Okay, I'm back. All right, but so that's the long and the short, is that it was a motion for Brady, and it was partially granted. But there's a lot that went on. Number one, this is the same judge from the last hearing, and he is so over this, you guys. Like, he is over this case. He is over everybody coming to watch the case. He hates it all. And he was, like, pissed this morning. So last week he was pissed because the defense forgot to get the interpreter. This week he was pissed because, you know, it was 9 o'clock and Naresh hadn't even been brought over from the jail yet. So he was upset about that. So again, just going through the entire thing is, from the beginning, is this motion was from the defense for the prosecution to give evidence pursuant to Brady. Then something happened, we got heated, and the judge got pissed and recessed. Also said that this hearing was going to last for 10 minutes. It definitely lasted longer. Okay, so the prosecution says, okay, well, this isn't important. Oh my God, I felt like a bug was on me. Okay. The defense says that they're entitled to exculpatory evidence given in a reasonable amount of time. And Mr. Ben Abraham said, quote, "We are still investigating where Mamta is," end quote. They want the video of Mamta leaving the hospital on July 27th. And they don't know if the Commonwealth is trying to find the driver. So, and this is actually a really good point that the defense brought up, because as far as we know, and as far as the defense knows, that driver has not been identified. And so the defense is trying to get the information related to this video and related to this incident because they want to know if the police do know who this driver is, because, you know, the defense would like to talk to them as well, or know what they said to the police. And that makes, you know, perfect sense. Okay, I don't know. I'm seeing somebody, I'm looking at this a little bit, but okay. I'm just going to keep on going. The defense was also asking, they were trying to get police reports to see if the police have interviewed the people who were living in the basement, because the defense isn't sure if that happened. All right. The judge said that the defense is fishing, and said that, yes, the prosecution does have to give exculpatory evidence in a timely manner, but we don't have a trial date. And the defense says, wants to know if the information is in the Commonwealth's possession, and is it Brady? And if so, they need to provide it now. The defense is also displeased with how much the Manassas Park Police Department has been talking to the press and all the press releases that they've been giving out. The Commonwealth said that they need a trial date to determine the timeline for disclosure, but the judge shot back and said, listen, disclosure is different. This is Brady, and you don't need a trial date for Brady. Like, if you have exculpatory evidence, you need to hand it over now. So, but Sweet, the prosecutor, Mr. Sweet, says that he doesn't believe that the information they were asking for is exculpatory. And this is what's important, and this is really key for me. So Mr. Sweet for the prosecution got up and said, I don't think that this video of Mamta leaving the car on July 27th is exculpatory at all, because Naresh publicly said himself that he last saw Mamta on July 31st. So who cares who she got into a car with on July 27th, because she was still alive, and this charge is for concealing a dead body. So whatever happened days prior to her death has no bearing on this charge. 1 second. Okay. And Mr. Sweet said, quote, it doesn't exculpate the defendant from hiding a dead body, end quote. Sweet accuses the defense of skirting reciprocal discovery by claiming this evidence is exculpatory. And so what he's saying there is that he says that the defense is trying to get information and evidence that the prosecution has by claiming that this is Brady, without having to give anything in return, which they would have to do if this is just a regular discovery. So so basically the defense is like, you're playing games. The judge said that if it comes to light, the judge warned him though. He's like, listen, if it comes to light that you do have Brady evidence and you sat on it for too long and you waited until normal discovery, like, that's going to be bad for you. There are going to be sanctions against the Commonwealth. And the judge, again, reiterated that anything Brady, anything that's exculpatory and possibly favorable to the defendant needs to be turned over immediately. Oh my gosh. Just going off camera and blowing my nose. Very attractive. All right. So the defense says, again, that their claim is she's still alive, and that maybe the person is involved in what happened to her, meaning the person who picked her up that day. And he said, and this is the defense attorney, he said, I know this is favorable evidence because Mamta wanted to hide this ride. So he's saying, and I think a big question that we need to answer is who canceled the Uber ride? Because the defense was contending that Mamta canceled the Uber ride, got this ride from an unknown person, and was trying to hide it. However, media reports have said that the Uber ride was canceled by the driver. And I don't know who's right, but I think that that is key in terms of what the defense is saying here. Because if it was canceled by the driver, then Mamta, I guess, got another ride from somebody else. It sounds like it's probably perfectly innocent. But I see what they're saying in terms of if Mamta canceled the ride herself and then chose to get a ride from this unknown person who presumably hasn't come forward, then that could indicate that there was something Mamta wanted to hide. And so he wants the video so that they could create their own leads. And that he says that Mamta could have told this person that she had plans to leave and not come back. So they're also looking for police reports to see who has been interviewed in this case. And they want the cell phone data because he believes that the timeline that the prosecution has presented up to this point can be disproven. He does not believe that the phones were together when the prosecution has said the phones were together. And I think he might be referring to August 3rd when Mamta's phone called Naresh's phone. But I'm not sure on that part. He didn't say that specifically. He also wants the welfare check from the body cam from the welfare check, and says that the media is not accurate. And that's going back to what I'm saying, that it's not that Naresh said he doesn't want to report his wife missing when they did the welfare check. It's that the police told him to look around for her, and if she doesn't come back in a few days, then to call them. Naresh, we found out at a previous hearing, at the bond hearing, I believe, that Naresh did text the police officer on August 4th. The police officer did not get back to him, and so that's why he waited until the 5th and when he called to report Mamta missing. So the lawyer wants that text from August 4th. He says, I'm not asking for all the photos or specific interviews, just these specific things. And then again, the decision is that this was granted in part. The Commonwealth does have to turn over the hospital video, but not police reports. And the Commonwealth must disclose whether or not police told Bhatt to wait prior to reporting Mamta missing. So that is where we are. I know you guys have been blown up. Let's answer questions. Okay. Oh, and remember, I posted a video yesterday. There was a new search warrant at the house. Police did carry something out in a red bag from the house yesterday. We haven't gotten any more information as to what, if anything, they found. Okay. Okay, did I see Mamta's mom? I did not see Mamta's mom. I'm trying to look over. I don't think she was here today. But I'm not positive. Okay. Hold on, I want to go back to this. Some said driver can cancel ride but charge less for cash and still do the ride. Personally, as an Uber rider, I would never do that just because you're losing all the safety features of Uber. But, maybe. But the thing is that would be... So we know she was picked up in a black sedan. So if her Uber driver was supposed to be coming to get her in a silver SUV, then obviously that's quickly disproven. Okay, Mara said they carry ashes in red bag. We don't know that to be true. Okay, I didn't see Naresh's face really. His back is to us. He just listened to his interpreter, same as usual. Didn't really say or do anything. That's the thing. So this person asked, Chrissy asked, can't they see car tags in video? Well, that's a really good question. And I think that's a big part of why the defense wants the video, because they don't know if the Commonwealth has even tried to find this person at all. So the defense wants to see what's on the video and what can be seen, including car tags, so that they can track this person down. Yeah, I believe that they have checked the attic. Sorry. All right. Sorry if you could hear that. Do they have the Tesla information? Yes, they do. No, Naresh did not show any emotion. I know, I missed most of the summary. Please do a video. I will be doing a video after this summarizing everything that happened, and I'll be posting that later, so don't worry if you've missed it. No, I don't believe Nadia's been here for any hearings. I haven't seen her. Okay, who was the woman in the back? In the back of where? I don't know who we're talking about. Anything from the Tesla? We don't know yet. But I would imagine that a lot of the searches they've been doing over the past week have been related to Tesla data. Oh, when he got interviewed at the home, we addressed that a long time ago. It was the person, like this person said, in the interview there was a shadow. That's nothing. It was a man, first of all, and it was a community member who came over to bring food and was just trying to avoid being on camera during the interview. That's nothing. And I have a whole video about that if you look on the playlist. Why is DNA taking so long? I actually did a video on that yesterday. We probably do have the data, and I did learn yesterday that they have taken the baby's DNA now as well. They came and collected that. That doesn't mean that they have currently anything to test her DNA against, but they could potentially. Why are they not releasing substantial evidence? Is there a reason why? Yeah, because they don't. There's no reason for them to release substantial evidence to the public. They don't typically do that until trial. Somebody asked if there's a way to get him released on bond. At this time, no. He is being held without bond until his trial. We're getting a trial date on Monday. The only way he could get bonds between now and his trial date would be if his lawyers appealed the bond decision that was made down in district court, but so far that has not happened. So he is expected to be in jail until his trial on this matter. Do I think Mamta is alive? Unfortunately, no, I do not. Do I believe pieces of her are at the dump? I think it's definitely a possibility. Another case that I've covered that is also local is the case of Bethany Decker, a pregnant woman who was murdered in Loudoun County about 11 years ago. Her killer just got sentenced at the beginning of this year, and that's unfortunately where she ended up. And because it took Loudoun County sheriffs over a decade to solve this case, her body was unable to be recovered. So I'm hoping that's not what happens here. And I don't think it is, because Manassas Park PD is working very hard right now to find Mamta. Okay. Yes, I agree. This is a heartbreaking story. Okay, somebody asked, oh, do I have any idea who's the one who opened TikTok account under Naresh and uploaded his videos? I have no idea. What about Mamta's cell records and her bank accounts? The police have all that information. We've learned that the defense does not, because the GPS data is something from the cell phones is something they were asking for today. But the police do have all of that information. Oh, that's a nice crown. All right. Would Naresh go innocent if they can't find Mamta's body? I don't believe so. if they can prove that the blood in the house belongs to hers and that it's such a large amount that they're, not life-sustaining injuries, then yeah, I think he could absolutely be prosecuted or convicted. I mean, Monday's hearing is mainly to set the trial date. There might be a few other small issues, but the main purpose of Monday's hearing is to set the trial date. Okay. The person who came to speak up, did they say something? Do you mean the person that gave the tip that Chief Lugo was talking about? If that's who you mean, nobody spoke in court. Like, this was not a hearing that had any sort of testimony or anything like that. Okay. Do you know the public defense attorney is not charging Naresh for legal fees? Yeah, no, that's the purpose of a public defender, is you don't get charged. I do believe, though, that if you lose your case, that you actually do get charged by the Commonwealth. But I'm not 100% on that. I do believe that's what I read, though. I do not know where Naresh's brother is. I didn't hear that Naresh's brother also has a blue Tesla. I heard that one of his friends does, though. I mean, I literally, on my way to court this morning, I passed 2 to 3 blue Teslas. They're very common here. Where's the friend that said the garbage Naresh dump smelled horrible? No idea. So a Brady motion is why we were in court today. And I'll go over it briefly again. But again, I'll be making a full, a hat. Thanks. I'll be making a full video. A Brady motion is different from discovery. So discovery is a two-way street. Discovery means that both sides have to give whatever evidence they have that's not privileged to the other side so that everybody's on an even playing field and nobody's like surprised in court. Brady is different. Brady is something that the prosecution has to give the defense, and that's evidence that is exculpatory, so that could potentially prove the defendant's innocence. And the defense was claiming today that the video from the hospital from July 27th, where Mamta got into the unknown black sedan, could be exculpatory because they are contending that Mamta is still alive and that this person either ran off with Mamta or perhaps is somebody that she told her plans to. And so they believe that by getting this evidence and then developing leads from that video to, help them find this person could prove Naresh's innocence. So the judge did grant that. So the prosecution is compelled to hand over that hospital footage to the defense as soon as possible. The defense also wanted some other items, including police reports, but the judge said no. The judge also said no to the GPS data from the cell phones because, not that he didn't say that defense couldn't have that at all, but that's part of regular discovery and does not need to be turned over right now. Oh, another hat. Thanks. Sorry. All right. I'm losing. Yes, I will be posting a video later because, I'm losing my voice, so I'm probably going to have to wrap this up soon. And obviously, I'm like blowing my nose all over the place, which is gross. Have I heard anything about Nadia? Listen, thank you for the hat. All right. Oh, another one. All I'm going to say about Nadia is that I don't care. I do not care. Like, you guys, there's so much going on with the GoFundMe and the t-shirts and the whatever. Oh, gosh, all these hats. I do not. I just don't care. My goal, I'm here to talk about Mamta's case. In my mind, that doesn't have anything to do with anything anymore. So I don't care. I don't believe Nadia's involved in Mamta's disappearance in any way. Whatever she's doing that people are pissed about with money and, interviews, I don't care. So that's that. something was lit up. I don't know. I'm getting all these things. Yeah, I know about. I've heard every single rumor. You guys, I'm in every Facebook group. Like, I know all of the rumors. I haven't been kicked out of any of them yet. I just don't care. But they had dinner together on the 30th. That's what Naresh told police. He actually said the 31st, which is even worse. But yeah, and that's what the prosecution said. They're like, who gives a shit who she was driving with on the 27th when we know she was alive? And according to the defendant, she was alive till, August 1st. All right. Why can they not track CCTV footage of the black car? Police would know who texted and called her. Correct. And so I think that the Commonwealth does have that information, right? Because I think that, so they have the video from the hospital showing exactly what time she got into the car. And they can absolutely cross-reference that with her cell phone data and figure out if she was calling or texting somebody, right before that. So, yeah, I think that the police know a good amount about the car and who was driving it. The defense doesn't, though, and that's what they're trying to get. Do police have any plans to explore the landfill? I don't know. But I also don't know where the searches have been this week that they've done, because they didn't say specific locations. I would hope that if they haven't searched the landfill already, that they are planning on doing that. Thank you. I am feeling a lot better, but it's just all still kind of there. Is the chief police who talks is it the chief of police? So yeah, the video that I showed yesterday was Chief Lugo, who is the Manassas Park police chief, and he's the spokesperson. He's the one who's giving updates on the case, the investigation. Okay, yeah, I know. I'm going to do a recap video about everything that happened in court today, but basically the judge ordered that the prosecution hands over the surveillance video from the hospital showing Mamta getting into that unknown car on July 27th. Any more evidence submitted? No, we didn't learn anything new today, unfortunately. I know, I need to do some sailing. Thank you. Unknown cars and Uber. I don't know if it was an Uber, so it very well could be. And it could be that this person hasn't come forward because they don't actually know Mamta and it was just an Uber ride. So I don't know. It doesn't look like that simply because, they do have her cell phone data and they have her Uber account information, and they were able to see that this Uber was ordered and an Uber was canceled. And obviously if she had just reordered another Uber, they would have mentioned that. So I don't know. I don't believe the chief of police has talked today, but again, I've been in court all morning, so I could have missed something. Yes, Mamta was at home on the 29th. She had a video call with her mother, and it was the evening of the 29th. And in the probable cause affidavit, the police believe that the offense occurred on July 30th. And no, Mamta still has not been found. No, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a realtor. So if you live in Northern Virginia or the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and you want to buy a house or sell a house, let me know. Oh, no, the police do not represent Mamta in court. It is the Commonwealth's attorney who represents Mamta in court, Mamta's interests in court. So it's really the state. So this is basically the Commonwealth of Virginia versus Naresh Bhatt. And the attorney is Mr. Sweet with the Commonwealth of Virginia, and he is representing Virginia, basically. They do not have her physical cell phone. They are just going by records. Because if you recall, according to Naresh, Mamta destroyed her phone before she went to New York or Texas. I don't know why he went to Baltimore. Okay. Okay. Why we lack... Okay, all right. You guys have a lot of good questions here. Hold on. Okay. Did police disclose any information regarding new search warrants? No, they have not. Oh my gosh. He must be... All right. Mamta and Naresh only had one vehicle. Yes. Mamta did not have a driver's license. He just saw me under the tree. Oh gosh. Did they get the blood report? Is that what did the blood belong to Mamta? I assume they have the blood report yet, but we do not have. They have not publicly released the results. Okay, what else do we have? I will do a summary video of everything that happened today. Let's see. Would defendant have access on evidence? Yes. When the discovery order is put in, which it has not been done yet because we don't have a trial date, both sides have to give their evidence to the other side 60 days prior to the beginning of the trial. But we don't have that trial date. We're going to get that trial date on Monday. So the official discovery order has not been put in. So right now, neither side has access to the other side's information. Okay. Let me see. What hospital video am I talking about? The hospital video that it's a surveillance video from the hospital that shows Mamta getting off of work on July 27th. She sits on a bench with a friend and then is seen leaving in a black sedan. That is the video footage that the judge today ordered the prosecution turn over to the defense. His next hearing is Monday, and that's mainly going to be to set the trial date. Do you know if the prosecution has obtained information from Uber or Lyft? Yes, they have, based on what we know, because they were able to tell that the ride was canceled. But like I said, the defense is contending that Mamta canceled the ride, while news reports say that it was the driver who canceled the ride. So that's important, and I don't know which one is true. We do not know who the person is who recently came forward. That has not been disclosed, nor I don't think it would be. Was there no plate number on the car? There probably is, and that's part of why the defense wants to see the video. Is any other person involved with him? We do not know if he has an accomplice. Was the only evidence handed over the video footage? Yes, the only evidence that the judge ordered to be handed over today is that video footage, and then also whether or not the police told Naresh to wait to file a missing persons report, which they did. I mean, we've known that since the beginning. No new evidence was disclosed today, no. No, prosecution did not ask for any information obtained by defense because that's part of regular discovery, which is not where we are yet. So they will, but that just hasn't happened yet. I know it seems like this is taking a long time, but this is actually moving pretty quickly for cases like this. How did Naresh look in court today? Pretty much like he did last week. Like I said, he's skinnier than he was before his arrest. He had gotten a haircut the week before. He just went straight in, didn't look at anybody, didn't say anything. Yes, let's all cross our fingers about justice for Mamta. Since Uber driver canceled the ride, did they find... Sorry, I was getting a phone call. We don't know if the prosecution found the Uber driver and interviewed them. That's something that would come out in trial, but we don't know that yet. Yes. They don't get any information about Tesla driving record. They do have that information. Do I feel that the prosecution is weaker than the defense? No. Because the defense's theory of the case is that Mamta ran away, and there's no actual evidence to say that she did that. Why not forced to know about body? Because of the Constitution, mainly. We can't really do that. Did they do a lie detector test on Naresh? No, I don't believe so. And they can't force him to. Is this seen by every... Okay. Did the defense said a lot in court. He was getting heated. But yeah, I'll do all that in the recap video. Mamta has not been found, no. And we do not know if they've matched her blood yet. We do not know what they found yesterday. And no new evidence has come up. I believe that they... Yeah, what about the person who came forward and said they uncovered evidence? We don't know. The police aren't going to, say who the person is or what the evidence is. Do I think they will close the case without finding her body? I mean, yeah, I think this case could absolutely go to trial without them finding her body. Why don't they just do the polygraph test? There's no need to. Polygraph tests aren't admissible in court, and his lawyer's going to tell him not to do it. They have not found Mamta yet, no. Why aren't they interrogating him and questioning Naresh? Because you have the right to remain silent, and any defense lawyer is going to tell you to not talk to the cops. He's been in jail since August 23rd, so what is that, 3 weeks? All right. Okay, so I'm going to... How is he getting money for defense lawyers? He has a public defender, so he's not paying. We do not know who the friend is who sat with her on the bench, and I do not know she was there when Mamta got in the car, and that is part of the reason why the defense wants that footage. The grand jury is canceled, yes. We are proceeding straight to trial. Does anyone from Naresh's side visit court? Not that I know of. Any neighbors in front of them with ring cameras? Yes. When I went to the neighborhood, most of the neighbors have ring cameras. And I do believe that that Manassas Park Police did ask the neighbors for the footage. I don't know if anything was found on the footage, but yeah, that's been taken care of. Maybe someone from the hospital is helping Naresh. I don't think so. I don't think there's any reason to believe that. What do I think? Did they kill Mamta? Yes, unfortunately, that's exactly what I think. All right, guys. I'm going to head out. I'm feeling crappy, and I still want to be able to do the recap video for you all. So, yes, the trial is open to the public. And we will get the date of the trial at Monday's hearing. So the trial will likely be late January, early February. But like I said, we'll have the exact trial date on Monday. So, okay. yeah, I'll do a recap video, and feel free to ask any questions in the comments there, and I will try to answer them. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for, the hats and stuff. And you all have a great day. And I'll see you soon.